Lights, Camera, Cookies. My name is Larissa and this is my friend.
Hey!
And today we are dressed like Chippendale!
Yeah!
Because we are celebrating Chippendale Rescue Rangers, a movie that came out in May. We finally got around to watching it and it was
good!
It was pretty cool. It was actually very funny. Not what I thought at all, but we wanted to make a cookie.
It was very Roger Rabbit-like.
Yes, and very maybe not geared as much towards children as I thought. Like more geared towards
yeah, they had some
millennials.
Yeah.
I think. But we made a cookie.
Oh,
Look at how cute!
I love it! It's the logo!
This cookie came out really good and I'm really proud of it. It literally
Wow.
looks just like the logo.
That's really cool!
I was telling Hank that this is one of my cleanest cookies I've ever done. Before we show you how we made this, in case you ever want to be daring enough to try something like this on your own, which you totally should, here's some tools that you might need. So we didn't have a cookie cutter for this. We do a really easy trick, and all you have to do is print out the image that you would like to use. So this is the image, and I cut it to the shape that I want, and you just put this on your rolled out dough and you roll it out, and then you take your butter knife or whatever tool you have, you cut around it.
Just cut it out.
Cut it out. And that's how you get...
Oh, so you're always talking about the cookies?
Mm-hmm.
She's always yelling, cut it out. I think she's talking about me.
No.
Oh.
Not you. Well, sometimes you. What else you need to make this cookie is piping bag. Well, you need your icing, and I use a glaze icing, which is different than a royal icing. Glaze doesn't have any like eggs or meringue powder. It's just corn syrup, sugar, and vanilla, and milk.
And that's it.
Super healthy ingredients. So you also need piping bags. These are the piping bags I use. They are...
Those are huge.
Pretty flimsy. I get them on Amazon, but they do the job and they're really inexpensive. So I can leave a link in the description below. I don't use tips. I actually cut the tip off with scissors to make it the size that I want. So that's how I do this. Then you want...
Makes a lot of noise.
This really crinkly stuff. And then I use a scribe tool. This is my super fancy one, but you can use a toothpick. You can use anything that's food safe with a point on it. And that just helps you smooth out your icing and pop any bubbles. And then I also use edible ink markers to help me, you know, mark my spots.
Oh, there's your edible markers.
Yes, so I drew these guys with the edible ink markers. You know,
let's get to the cookie!
That's pretty much it. Let's get to the cookie.
Let's get to it!
Alright, so like all cookies, we're going to start with flooding the cookie. So we make that outline with our royal icing or glaze icing and go ahead in and flood the cookie. And I use my scribe tool and even all of that out. Once that's completely dried, I come in with my food coloring mixed with vodka or extract and I paint that. And I chose to do this first because I needed the background to put the characters on top of. So always think about the order in which you want to do things. And I used my edible ink markers and I drew out the name. And if you can see, I put a little like squiggle line inside of each letter, and that's to help when I pipe in the rest of my color. That's to help keep that puffy look. So it might not sink or crater, but it helps stay nice and puffy. So I also drew our characters here. And you can see sometimes I also do dotted lines because I feel like sometimes my lines are too heavy and dark, so I'll put dotted lines with my edible ink marker to help me. And my icing tip is super, super tiny, probably smaller than a Wilton tip number 1. It is very tiny. And this is just like, you know, almost color by numbers. So as long as you like to color, this is going to be no problem for you. One of the biggest challenges is getting the icing to be the proper consistency. So you can see when I put my icing on, it's not really spreading or getting larger or, you know, running off the cookie. I have a really good consistency and I have a really good feel for what the consistency should be. You know, some people count out their icing, some people, you know, time it. I finally have a feel for it, so that's something that will come to you in time. Alright, so, and you can see I did some wet on wet there with those noses. You pipe in the black or the red and immediately pipe on that white, so wet on wet. Now I could have used my glazed icing here to make some of this stuff, but you know, I thought that pen was a really, really fine line, and I think that was the right tool for me to use. Same thing with Dale's mouth. I could have used icing, but I wanted it to be flatter instead of, you know, popping out like the parts of his shirt are here. Alright, and we're gonna keep going, and as you can see, this is just piecing everything together. Alright, then we want to make our border where that title is going to go, the Rescue Rangers title. Alright, and I kind of let this set a little bit. I let it dry so that way the icing wasn't running into each other. And for here, this is how I did the really cool logo with the fading. I took my food coloring and my vodka or my extract, and you just paint it on. And I left some room at the bottom for that nice orange color to show. So it looks really, really cool. I think I did a good job with that. And once that's all dry, again, I had a really, really thin tip for this black icing bag. This, I think, is what helped the entire thing to pop. It looked cool on its own, but I think that's one of the things, you know, think about the details. What can you do to make your cookie pop even more? Same thing with this acorn. The acorn looked great by itself, but when you can start painting and adding those details, it really makes it pop and just stand right out. Same thing here, you know, I started to paint Chip and Dale. They could have been perfectly fine just the way they are right now. But once you start seeing, you add in those details, that's when this cookie really comes to life. So I put on those nice thin lines with my black food coloring. I started to outline the hat. And see, even that, by the fur of his collar, it just completely popped, and I'm really, really proud of that. So there's times when you look at cookies and you're like, wow, these are very dimensional. These are really coming off the cookie. This image is amazing. A lot of the time it's because people are painting, and, you know, so yes, you do need that technique of how to properly put icing on, and the consistencies, but when you can paint and you can start to shade, then your cookie really comes to life. And I don't know if you saw, there was a part there where I got icing on Chip's face. I just took my extract or my vodka and I was able to just wipe that away. So that's another tip. If you mess up, it's okay, because chances are you can wipe it off with that vodka or that extract. Alright, and we're just going to continue here. Finish outlining. I think it looks great, and I'm really, really proud of this. And just for that extra distressed look that, you know, the logo does have, I just put on some distressed black. Did it over the Rescue Rangers logo. And that is a really clean
friends,
cookie.
what did you think about this cookie? Like I said, I'm really proud of it.
I couldn't smell it.
Because he's got a bottle cap on his nose.
Oh!
So again, this is a final look at it. Really proud.
That's so cool.
Really happy. And
Chip and Dale would be proud.
I hope they would be proud. So let's talk about this. The new movie, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, that came out in May 2022.
It was like a total throwback.
What did I just say?
2022, right?
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it yet, it's
like years later.
Yeah, years later in Los Angeles. Chip and Dale are, you know, no longer doing the Rescue Rangers. Their show was canceled. Chip is like some insurance agent just living a...
Yeah, like Mr. Incredible.
Boring old suburban life. Yeah, like Mr. Incredible. And then Dale got CGI surgery, so it's like plastic surgery, but CGI surgery.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That's why Dale looks different than Chip. There was a lot of like adult themes, I think. Right?
Yeah, but like totally like
kid friendly,
but you definitely had to be an adult.
Yeah, like Monterey Jack had
he had a thing with cheese.
Like a cheese addiction.
His cheese addiction.
It was like
they were like dealing cheese.
And then, like what the cheese cartel took him. Yeah. I was kind of shocked because I'm like, oh wow, they're really. But you know what? I feel
it was
like
good though. It was good. It was very like Roger Rabbit. Fuzz facts.
Fuzz facts. Yeah.
Yes. Remember those?
Hank did some good old Googling for us and found some pretty interesting fuzz facts.
Yeah, I didn't go too far. You know, I had a whole other site come up. Chippendales.
Oh. Be careful when you search Chippendales, y'all.
Yeah.
It's actually...
Him and Chris Farley did a great dance. It was throwback. Everybody's working for the weekend.
But this is not the Chip and Dale we're talking about.
No.
We're talking about Chip and Dale. Alright, so fuzz facts.
Fuzz facts. That first one was really important.
Okay. In 1943 is the
What?
first time Chip and Dale appeared in a movie called Private Pluto, except Chip and Dale weren't really Chip and Dale. They didn't have names. They were just like characters.
Generic little chipmunks.
Yeah. So I always thought that Chip and Dale like came into Disney as Chip and Dale, but they didn't. So that was pretty cool. In 1947, they actually got their own movie called Chip and Dale.
Yes! About time!
And that's when they got their names. So that's
They have a huge fan following.
Yeah.
When we go for pin trading, those pins go.
Chip and
Anything
Dale.
Chip and Dale.
I also found out that they were named after Thomas Chippendale, who was a prominent carpenter and cabinet maker in the 1700s. So that's where the name came from.
That's a little weird.
All right, now we've got.
Gotta do with rodents.
I don't know, but
Gotta do some more research.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Where
if you guys know, please tell us.
What was like so cool about Mr. Chippendale? Rescue Rangers was supposed to star the mice from The Rescuers.
They're so cool!
You know, they didn't star it because The Rescuers Down Under was coming out at the same time, so that movie was already ready to go, so they couldn't use
there would have been a lot going on.
So there were like 2 other characters that they thought they were going to use, and then that was a bust, and then they're like, well, who do we use for this really cool show that we have planned? You know, the Rescue Rangers. Oh, I don't know. Let's just take Chippendale. They haven't been doing anything lately. So Chippendale got the show. And they are modeled after 2 1980s legends.
Not the red nose.
Not the red nose. First one being Indiana Jones. And the second one being Magnum P.I., who was a private investigator. And that's where that Hawaiian shirt comes in.
Oh, that was such a good show. Look up Magnum P.I. That's a stash.
Is it hot?
Oh, yeah.
We've got the show's creator, Tad Stone, went on to make, please tell me
I couldn't believe it!
Seen this. Oh, he went on to make The Adventures of
the Gummy Bears and Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, and now he is known for storyboarding Bob's Burgers.
What? That is so awesome!
So that is it for our episode today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe and hit the ding for notifications. And we're also on Instagram and Facebook. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. We really want to talk to you guys.
Talk to us!
Yes, talk to us.
We love to hear from you.
We want to talk to people. And then in a few days, this cookie's going to be up just as a relaxing satisfying video where you can just watch the cookie and you don't have to deal with me and Hank. So
yeah, she can get annoying. I mean, I can get annoying. We just both can be annoying.
Bye.
Bye. Gentle.
Oh,
yeah. Come on.
I'm trying. Oh my God! Look at my hair. Stay still. Stay still. Stay still. Stop. Stop.
Don't move. Safe cut. No. This is so embarrassing.
Sorry, I can't get the nose off. Okay.
Cut.
Hold on.
Turn off the camera.
I'm trying.
Uncut.
I can't turn the camera off.
Oh, come on.
I can't get the nose off.
This is so embarrassing.
Darkwing Duck.
I'm taking a break.
Let me give you a nose massage.
No.
Come here.
What was that? Don't.
You got a dent.
Don't.
You got a dent. It's okay. Okay, what you doing, Hank?
We were filming?
Yeah.
This whole time?
Yeah. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and
No,
everywhere.
no!